Okay, so today is August 22nd, 2011, and an update from the last time we visited. I had my last CT scan on July 22nd, and things are still good. So I'm still cancer-free, which is really great news. I'm getting really close to my year mark here in about 3 more months. Be a year. I can't believe it. Pretty excited about that. I'm in the process of finding a new oncologist. My last one, complete idiot. Maybe he knows what he's talking about. Maybe. We're going to do maybe. But he can't take the time to even read my file before he comes in to see me and at least pretend that he gives a shit. Excuse me. He literally came in while my mom was there at my appointment and just wanted me to refresh his memory that I had been in remission for 2 to 3 years. No, sir. I've been in remission for 8 months. 8 years. God, that'd be great. 8 months. You have now lost a patient. So I'm in the process of finding someone new. If I have any Nashville friends, I could really use an oncology recommendation. Let's see. What else is going on? My hair. Getting longer still. Still looks like crap. So sometimes I kind of pitch a fit over ridiculous things, one of them being my hair. Some days I look in the mirror. I don't really recognize myself because I look so different than I did a year ago. Hence the really short hair, hence the extra like 100 pounds. It's really just hard to kind of look at myself. And then I will flip out over my hair. The other day, I literally pitched a fit to the point where I was screaming in a mirror, on my bed, pouting and kicking my legs, flailing my arms in the air over my hair. Now, what I can say is that it has nothing to do with my hair. I don't know if I'm going to say it's better than a bald head, but at least I have hair, I guess. But it just goes back to I look at myself and I think, God, last year was a complete cluster of a mess. And I just sit there and that's what I think about. It's like the daily reminder every day when I'm brushing my hair, washing it, whatever, trying to fix it. It's a daily reminder of, you know what, Sienna, you went through hell. But it's also a daily reminder of you went through hell and you're on the other side. Now, the other side of cancer, I think we've discussed this before, is it's different. It's very weird. Before cancer, generally happy person, sure. Had my own issues, could be sad and depressed about things, sure. Then when you get cancer, you get that whole new perspective on life. I'm going to live life to the fullest, and I'm going to tell people exactly how I feel, and I'm not going to be scared to do this, and I'm not going to be scared to do that, and oh my God, if I just have another chance, I'm going to do things differently. And on, one aspect of that, I have changed my life in those ways. There's things that I do now that I maybe wouldn't have done before. They don't always work out the best. Telling a guy exactly how I feel. Not sure how he's going to respond. But, instead of waiting a year and a half to tell this person or however long it may be, I just put it out there. Didn't quite work out how I thought it would, but, at least now I'm not going to go the next year and a half, 2 years, 3 years, the rest of my life wondering, did he feel the same way? He didn't. Sucks. But, it is what it is. So it's like lesson learned. I'm way more sensitive than I was before. I've always, don't get me wrong, I've always been a very sensitive person. I guess more emotional would be it. And the littlest things that people can say can really get to me because I take them way more personal than I used to. That hard exterior that I used to have kind of melted away when a year of my life I was the most vulnerable that I ever was. Where I'd all my guards were down and my entire life was exposed for everyone to see and everybody to hear and watch. And, I'm glad that I did all that. But, on the same token, I feel like people... Now I can't just be honest with people as much as I may want to. People can judge me on certain things. But they don't really ever know what I'm thinking. And sometimes it goes back to you put yourself out there, you get rejected. So then it takes you 10 steps back and you're like, I'm not going to do that again. Why would I tell anyone how I feel? Because 9 times out of 10, you get totally crushed down. One of the biggest ones lately that I feel like keeps coming up for, I don't know, whatever reason, is this whole having kids thing. I've never really been that person my entire life that was like, I can't wait to have kids. I'm dying to be a mother. I've never been that person. I always assumed that I would meet someone, fall in love, get married, and want to have kids. That hasn't happened yet. I'm 29. Maybe it never will. Getting diagnosed with cancer, it made you think that's probably something that I do want. Why wouldn't I want a family? Also, getting diagnosed with cancer, it takes you to a few different levels of, will I be able to have kids? Did chemo just kill all my eggs? I want my eggs to be viable. Nobody wants to hear they got bum eggs. Anyway, and then I think, okay, what if I have a kid? And then I give my kid cancer. How could I have a kid knowing that now I've got this really severe cancer gene and I'm just going to pass it along to that kid? Hey, little kid, you're great. Ha, you've got leukemia. Neener, neener, neener. No. And it breaks my heart to think about it. And I know there's 100 other ways to start a family. Maybe I should stop with not being single and work on the not being single thing first and then think about kids. But I don't know. That's just one of those things. It's a sensitive subject, so I don't like it when people really bring it up. Let's see. This weekend I went to Memphis and got to see my mom. I hadn't been home in a while. It's hard to tell her why I don't want to come home a lot. Under normal circumstances, I would love going home, seeing her, visiting the family. But when I go home now, it's very different. I had a great childhood growing up. I had great parents, played sports, good student, I've got a great brother. I've got the best memories in that house up until last year. And it's hard to really just put it into words that when I see that house and I walk into my bedroom, I don't want to be there. That year of bad memories kind of supersedes the good ones right now. I literally walk into my bedroom where I spent almost a year of my life, laying in that bed, not being able to get up, so tired, having no energy. And I just go in there and then I think about this horrible person that I dated when I was going through cancer. And I just think about that person being in my room and us watching movies and How I Met Your Mother. And it makes me want to hurl because I just can't go in there. So then I end up going to the bathroom, not to the bathroom, but I go into my bathroom and I'm brushing my teeth and I think of, oh, this is the sink I used to brush my teeth in, and this is when my toothpaste used to taste like rotten eggs, and this is where water used to taste like iron, and my taste buds are out of whack, and oh, and look, there's the toilet I used to throw up in on a daily basis, and oh, there's that toilet when I was, I was so sick I couldn't move that I was just laying in the floor, and it brings back these just crazy memories. And Mom, I love you, but it's just difficult to be back in that house right now. And I'm sure it'll get better, but it just isn't right now. And I know that just sounds weird, but I think it just takes time. And I don't know when a person gets over that. And there's always this question of when things going to be normal. And they're not back to normal. And I want them to be, and I try and just get them there. But then I just psych myself out, and I just get all emotional, and I'm like, and maybe I'm about to start my period, I don't know. I'm sure you all wanted to know about my ovulation cycle, but there you go. So, really the moral of this story is things are going well. My next scan's going to be coming up here in about 2 months, and hopefully that's going to be good as well. As always, if you need anything, just let me know.